Hello to all my people. And if you're listening to, watching live, or checking out this podcast on Spotify, you are most definitely my people. Welcome to another episode of Botched and Share Shots. And tonight we are welcomed by one of the best tag teams in the Northeast, the Faceless Ones. They are one half of one of the best stables in Northeast independent wrestling, and they are hailing from New York. We've got Jocko and the Faceless Ones. Gentlemen, how are y'all tonight? And thanks for coming on and chatting about some wrestling.
Hell yeah. We are we're good. We're amped, we're excited. We got a lot of stuff coming up. So let's run through it. How are
Excellent.
you, Face? How you doing? Yeah, that sounds about right. Cool. All right.
Excellent. Thanks. So let's start at the top. What's new for you guys and the Faceless Ones right now?
What's new for us? Everything going on. Everything is new. There's always something new. There's always something branching off. There's always something crazy, spectacular going on with Faceless Ones and Takeover in its entirety. So obviously the STP thing.
Excellent. So we'll jump into the STP thing in a second. So let's dive right into it. You guys are draped into gold with the rest of the Takeover. How are you guys feeling to be the Intense Wrestling Alliance Tag Team Champions?
Ecstatic. To know that that's a place that we just stepped into in, I would say, August. We stepped into there August, and we seen the lay of the land and what was going on, and we love the place as it was. You know what I'm saying? And then some things changed, and they took a little hiatus back in December. They came back fresh off April, and we knew like Takeover. This is going to be our new home. We loved everything that it was before, and we want to continue to make it grow. And that's what we did, start off with Bougie with the breakthrough title. Then out of nowhere, our opponents, Brandon Downey and Hush, they've been calling out. They won the tag titles and the vacant tag titles in this match. And they called it out, but they called it out for us because and knew.
Excellent. So Takeover is the group, but what does it mean being a part of Takeover for the Faceless Ones? Like, what is your role inside of the Takeover?
That's a weird question because I feel like there isn't really too many. There's not really of a role in Takeover. We're all brothers. It's a brotherhood. It's a bond. It's like, yeah, we're a group, but we're brothers. At the end of it, Takeover is like a saying. It's a way of life. It's what we do when we walk into a place. We take it over legitimately. It's the mindset. You know what I'm saying? I guess we're the tag team guys. We're the guys that, if you had to pinpoint it, we are the tag team. We're the dominant tag team. If you need a 2-on-2, we are the go-to guys. I say we're the best damn tag team without an opportunity truly given. We are the best damn tag team. And I mean that. It's not a moniker. It's not a cute little saying. It's from the heart. That's legit.
Where did the idea for the Faceless Ones come from as far as the tag team idea?
So I told you off air, we both started under Johnny Rods. And it was just one of those things where, we were just throwing together matches kind of consistently. We were just, whether 6-man, we'll just randomly tag team. It came a point where we felt how well we were gelling. It wasn't coincidental that we were always teamed up together. The magic was there. We knew we needed to continue with it. At the time, I was wearing a gas mask. Face still occasionally wears his mask. So the whole Face's face, the whole faceless aspect of it was just kind of a no-brainer at the time. So it just kind of became something in itself.
Okay, so when you look at somebody's in the wrestling world, their gimmick, a lot of the times that is just part of their real world selves turned up to 11. What part of you guys do you turn up to 11 to become the Faceless Ones?
As you see Face.
That sums it up. I feel like that gives me who he is all the time.
All day, I love doing these things because I learn at least like an ounce more about Face. I ride a car Face. I've known Face for a little bit now. And I know nothing about this man. But every time we do this, I get like this much more of a glimpse of who he is. This much more. I love it. It's fantastic. For myself, the whole idea of turned up to 100, yeah, but like this is kind of me on a daily. Like the greatest damn showman, I am annoying. if you listen to Bougie say, you listen to PJ say, I am annoying. I'm the greatest showman because I get in your mind, I get in your psyche. I am annoying as all living hell. I'm annoying, and I am loud. And I will get in your head, in your space, and that's just me. That's just how I am. If you see me in the car rides, to take over in the car rides, you see like, man, this is what they are when they go through that curtain. That is who they are. That is legitimately who they are. This is Face every second of the day.
All right. So back when you guys were first coming up, where did wrestling start for you guys as fans?
Like how we got into it. Like just watching.
Yeah.
It was random. It was random for me. It was like a cousin just randomly came through. They was like, "Hey, let's put on wrestling." I never really watched wrestling. I heard of it. Like my friends watched it, but I never really watched it. Let's put on wrestling. Sure, I watched it, and I was captivated immediately. Like immediately, one of the first people I remember seeing that always caught my attention. From there on, became one of my favorites, The Undertaker. This man is a captivating individual. I love the word captivating. I'm continue using it because it's just who he is. It's the best way to sum him up. You know what I'm saying? He could walk from the second he walks very lonely, walks from the entrance to the ring. You're in awe. You're in awe. So that's where it started for me, nonetheless. Seeing something like that, seeing the Undertaker, seeing these larger life personalities coming to life and stuff. So that's where it started for me. For Face,
man, for me, just I was never really a fan of wrestling so much, but it was always, for me, I was always engaged whenever two people were fighting in a ring or octagon or a boxing ring, whatever. As long as two people are fighting, I'm watching it. So, and my life was also like that too. I was always fighting. I always did something fighting related, collegiate wrestling, jiu-jitsu, whatever. I was always fighting on the street, whatever, parties, fight, whatever. So for me to do that now, and that's exactly what I do, I go out there to fuck somebody up and I get paid for it. I like to call myself an actual hitman because if you're in the ring with me, it's a fucking hit.
He never gave us permission to swear.
You can swear. I don't give a shit about that. That's fine. No, totally fine. So I talked to him a little bit, Face. Coming up in the Bronx, New York, what was your day-to-day life like before you got into it? Were you into any other sports or anything? You had just mentioned jiu-jitsu and stuff. Were you into any other sports besides combat sports?
Face.
A little bit of everything. Everything contact. So football, amateur wrestling, boxing, Muay Thai, all that. Anything that was fighting or physical, I did that. And I even made money on the street sometimes at parties. Me and my friends, we would have, I call them friends, but business partners, you could say. We would make money and we would have our own fights. We're not supposed to talk about it because the first rule of Fight Club is you don't talk about Fight Club, but there you go.
So you guys mentioned already coming up with Johnny Rods. I asked Bougie the same question, and I'm going to ask you guys too. How does it feel to train with somebody that was a groundbreaker for who he was in the 60s and 70s, breaking onto the scene in the WWWF back when there were still 3 W's in it? How does it feel to work with somebody and come from a lineage like Johnny Rods?
It's awesome because we learn a different aspect of the business than the typical individual. Nothing against any trainer of today's regime, but we learn from a different time. Like we learned from before it was even WWF. You know, we learned from the WWWF. We learned from before Vincent K. McMahon. We learned from what Johnny, when he spoke to Vincent K. McMahon, when he spoke to his father. You know what I'm saying? Like we learned like the whole car ride stories, like everything that used to happen back in the day, everything you should be doing, how to present yourself as an individual in this business, et cetera, et cetera. Not just everything that should happen in the ring, but everything that should happen backstage, from not even a today's aspect, because he understands today's time, but also he really emphasizes how it was and how it should be, and the respect that you should be giving to this business. So that's something we always took away heavily.
Do you feel like being coming up from somebody who's from that generation is what wrestling was gives you a leg up on your competition to be kind of raised in the old school ways, that in-ring psychology of what it means to be a true worker in the business? Do you feel like that gives you the upper hand in the ring?
Yeah, I would personally say so. It just gives us a different style. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, nothing against any of the other schools out there, but we learned something different. You know what I'm saying? We learned more than just moves. We learned presence. You know what I'm saying? Like when you see the Takeover, when you see the Faceless Ones, PJ, Bougie, whatever, when you see us walk through a curtain, there's an energy and there's presence there. And that's what wrestling was back in the day. From the second they stepped through the curtain, it was presence. It was that awe-inspiring, captivating thing. That's what we bring upon us.
So speaking on in-ring psychology, when you guys work as a tag team, you're obviously dominant, you're carrying gold. How do you adapt to the in-ring psychology of being a singles competitor, but then going back to working as a tag team when you're asked to be a singles one night, but then the Faceless Ones are together the next night? How do you rebound back and forth?
Ace, or am I into this?
I don't, it doesn't matter if he's there or not. If I'm in the ring, I'm fucking you up.
So for Face, easy. Face is just a physical specimen. He doesn't care. He is in there. He's screaming. He's clawing. He's punching. He's throwing. Like, he's insane. Me, I'm loud. I get tired fast. I tag in Face, and Face just tears it up. That's the whole deal. Easier for Face than me, but I still get the job done as well. I'm not just a loud mouth myself. Pretty sure when you see me, you see spectacular things, but Face is a specimen, so to say.
All right, gentlemen, let's look ahead to May 20th. You guys got the Shane Taylor Promotions versus Takeover event coming up. The Faceless Ones are taking on Moses and O'Shea Jackson in a vicious tag team battle. Where are your guys' heads? O'Shea Edwards. I'm sorry, not O'Shea Jackson. I got straight out Compton stuck in my head, apparently. O'Shea Edwards, I'm sorry about that. Building up to that match, how are you guys psychologically preparing for such a big event for the Takeover?
I feel like it's easier for us than anybody else. But continue. Go ahead, Face.
It's just another day. It's just another contract. It's another hit. I like to say I live my life like they live in jail. They say when you go to jail, attack the biggest person there. And I'm glad they're giving me the two biggest motherfuckers because I'm taking them out. And I'm gonna put them on a shirt. And it's gonna say RIP STP and whatever the fuck their names are. I don't know. And it's gonna be a pleasure.
When you look at somebody like Shane Taylor, do you have a look at this as an opportunity for you guys to prove your worth in the wrestling industry from somebody who's been on television, been on the biggest stage? Do you feel like this is just a stepping stone for you guys to have the opportunity to show that you can handle his guys and be in that limelight and move to the next level?
100%. Like, if you look at Takeover, we came across because no one wanted to give us the opportunities that we knew we deserved because we were that good. So we took it. So being in the ring with the caliber of Shane Taylor Promotions, Shane Taylor, O'Shea Edwards, the prolific Moses, and Rev Ron Hunt, being in the ring with the caliber of those individuals, it shows, all right, these guys, everything they said they were. And when they see us compete, when they see us in that ring, we're even more. We're going to show you something more because that's what we do. We're always going to give you something more than you ever expected from us.
With the rise in popularity of tag team wrestling, is there a tag team out there right now, be it on the independent scene or being one of the major promotions that you guys want to lace up with?
I have like a bunch of names. On top of it's Hardy Boys for me. Like they're like, I know this is one of their last runs, and I want to get that one in there before they're done. And Jeff Hardy's doing something crazy every other week on Dynamite. So I need to hit that one run one time before it's too late. Before it's too late for them. And FTR, because they are the top tag team as well right now.
Face, you got a dream opponent out there right now, sir?
I'm a contract killer. Whoever's gonna bring me the most money, put me in the ring with them.
I have to say that this is my favorite part about this interview right now because I feel like this is 100% who this guy is all the time.
Every second of every day.
And I represent it. I can see it on his face. I've got zero doubts in my face. This is who this dude is, whether y'all are sitting here on the camera with me or whether he's just sitting there by himself. This is who Face is. All right, guys. So let's talk about the wrestling psychology of being in the independent scene. How do you guys feel knowing that once upon a time being tag team champions in an independent regional thing and holding a regional title was a legacy? How does it feel holding a regional title now and having the opportunity to be that level of a champion?
Anytime we're draped in gold, it always feels the same. It's always that level of achievement that we pursue. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's always that feeling of achievement. We love feeling draped in gold. We love knowing we're the best. We love showcasing we're the best. And whenever you're holding gold, you know, you're looked at as the best. And the more gold we collect, the more opportunities we're given to be draped in different types of gold in different areas, the more looked at we're going to become as the better tag team, the best tag team, until it's undeniable.
How do you adjust to the rigorous lifestyles of being on the independent circuit, knowing that you could wrestle for IWA one night, but somebody else might be calling the next night and you've got to drive somewhere else and work another show with another promotion, with another locker room? How do you adjust to that?
I don't think you ever adjust to it. I personally haven't. It just kind of happens. You just kind of deal with it, whether you want to or not. Sometimes you'll be all for a hell yeah opportunity. Other days, just like, I really don't want to do this, but you do it anyway. That's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? There is no adjustment. It just happens. It's airplane mode. It's airplane mode. Moments like that, we just have to do things like that. It's airplane mode for me.
What about modern wrestling right now as it stands? Are either of you watching any of the current promotions on TV right now?
I do, for Face and myself. I watch everything and everyone. I learn from everything and everyone. Face just fights. And that's all I need him to do. I'll give him little pointers on little things of what he should watch out for, look out for. But I watch everything. He just likes to fight. So I hope I answer that correctly, Face.
So you're the brains of the operation, and he's definitely the muscle or the brawn.
Oh, he's more than brawn. Yeah.
All right, gentlemen. I always end every interview that I do with 5 rapid fire questions that are quick words, real easy to go. So I've got your 5 pinned up and ready to go. Y'all ready?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. What's your favorite fast food?
Domino's.
Face?
Any wrestler on the independent scene because they're food.
What is your favorite finisher of all time?
Favorite finisher? Swanton.
Mine, Scarface.
What is your favorite entrance song of all time?
Edge.
Mine.
Not the current one, of course.
Mine, look it up.
Dream opponent. You've already answered that with Jeff Hardy, so I'll pull the next one out. What is your dream match location? If you could wrestle a venue around the world, which venue would it be?
I'm from New York, so I gotta say Madison Square Garden.
The Freak Show.
And final one, wrapping it up. If you had to take a vacation, would you rather go to the mountains or the beach?
Beach. Oh yeah.
The mountains is away from people.
Fuck, I knew that. I knew I was going to be the answer. I knew it.
All right, gentlemen, take a second real quick. Plug your stuff. Tell everybody what's new and exciting for both of you, and tell them where to find you online.
On Instagram and Twitter, you can find the Faceless Ones at Faceless Ones 666. Yes, 666, because Face is a sick individual. Faceless Ones 666. You can also find me at Jacko97_. If you want to see us on YouTube, look up Faceless Ones. If you want to see us Pro Wrestling Tees, buy some merch. We got some new ones coming out, some dope stuff. Faceless Ones and Pro Wrestling Tees as well.
Face, anything to add?
May 20th. RIP STP.
All right, gentlemen, I appreciate you stopping by and chatting about some wrestling.
Most definitely, brother. Thank you. Appreciate that.